Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another First Impressions video and reaction for a new Frontier Pass patch. This is the final patch coming out, and this is a free update. It's going to have a lot of balance changes and some other things coming into it. I haven't seen anything about this, although I think I briefly saw a headline somewhere about Trebuchets maybe coming, and that's the only thing I know about this at all, and I'm not even sure if that's 100% accurate. But this is a little bit late. They announced this about a week ago, and this does release tomorrow as of the time that I'm recording this, but I figured better late than never. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, here we go. Let's get this rolling and see what the final game update has to offer us.
Hello Civ fans, welcome to the final, I can't believe we're saying that, free game update of the season for Sid Meier's Civilization 6. We're so thrilled to have taken this journey with you. Our community is absolutely vital to our development process, and we couldn't have done it without you.
Today we're going to be announcing a few of the details of some of the balance changes you can expect in this update.
But first, for all of you True Start location fans, this update includes a True Start Mediterranean and a True Start huge map. We've also updated the AI to make better usage of naval units. This should raise the stakes for travel on the high seas and encourage you to make even more interesting choices around naval production and warfare.
I mean, I'm not a huge True Start person. I don't usually tend to play the True Start locations, but I mean, it's cool. I might as well if they're available to try out. And people like that type of thing. Then cool. That's also more power to them. As far as the naval thing, that's probably a little bit more interesting to me. Obviously, with the introduction of Portugal, which I have not tried out yet. Hopefully, I can try that out soon. You definitely want to be able to boost up the naval kind of intelligence of the AI because it does feel like it has been a little bit lacking for quite a while now. And so I'm glad to see that they have done some work on that. But and it sounds like there are going to be some new units. So let's see what those are.
We're excited to introduce 3 brand new units that every civilization will be able to train. The Line Infantry, the Men-at-Arms, and our most requested new unit by popular demand, we bring you the Trebuchet.
Because these new free additions changed the pacing of units in some areas, we re-examined unit strengths across the board and made changes.
All right, I mean, he's about to talk about some more of this, but I just kind of want to get an idea of this Line Infantry, or as they come up. So here's the Line Infantry and the Man-at-Arms. The Line Infantry has a base strength of 65 base strength. The Man-at-Arms has a base strength of 45. Okay, so obviously the line Infantry comes in later, which you would expect that. It's interesting that it's got different colors here. That's kind of a cool little nifty addition. And I'm guessing this is the Man-at-Arms. And of course, this would be the Trebuchet, right? So it's all 3 of them here side by side. I mean, these two presumably are under the same promotion tree. So they're probably just infantry, right? You know, normal melee units. So at some point in time, the Man-at-Arms would promote into a line infantry or something in between there. I'm not sure exactly the pacing. He's about to talk about that. But if you build Man-at-Arms, eventually I'm assuming those will come line infantry at some point in their promotion cycle.
In several places. This helps the new units feel like appropriately weighty upgrades, but also smooths out some previous combat differences. And speaking of differences, the moment you've all been waiting for, tweaks to previously released civilizations. I had the incredible opportunity to help design some of these changes based on the feedback that you have all been sharing with us on various forums over the past year. And as many of you know, while I do have the privilege to work on Civ, I'm also a passionate fan of the game, so I am as excited as you are to see these updates.
Please note that all of these changes are available for free, but may apply to leaders and civilizations that are sold separately. Batteries not included, all rights reserved.
Spain can now form fleets and armadas with mercantilism and received increased gold, faith, and production from trade routes.
Nope, go back. I want to see that again.
That are sold separately. Batteries not included, all rights reserved.
Spain can now form fleets and armadas with mercantilism and received.
All right, I mean, there's a lot here for Spain as far as just text. I'm trying to remember how much of this was already pre-existing. I have played Spain years ago. It's been a long time. Obviously, the ability to do fleets and armadas is a nice boost. I mean, if you're going to add something to them, just flat out, then that just makes them stronger, right? That's just going to, by default, make them a stronger civilization to play as. Now, did they need the extra strength? I don't know. Unless this was already something in there. Let me see if I can pull up let you see my background from my desktop. I do play on an Origin PC, by the way. Let's see. Civ Wiki. It may already be updated though with this stuff, so that's not gonna help me know for sure if this is a new change or what the changes are here. But if we go look at Spain, Civilization 6, civilizations, and let's pull up Spain for a second. All right, so you say they've already got the changes where they can form fleets and armadas with mercantilism. So that doesn't really help me, and I'm not sure if I see a change, at least not on this wiki, of like what it was before. So okay, that's fine. Well, we'll just kind of accept it as is and kind of go from there. But you know, I mean, being able to form fleets and armadas earlier, especially with the changes to the naval AI kind of intelligence, you know, maybe that helps both a Spanish AI player as well as the player yourself as you're going up against a stronger kind of naval force when you're playing the game. But I don't know enough about Spain to know if anything else here has changed. Maybe he'll talk about
gold,
it.
faith, and production from trade routes. Trade routes between multiple continents further boost these returns. Cities not on Spain's home continent receive increased production towards districts and a free builder when founded.
Oh, that's
Kamai
nice.
now provides bonus faith per population and bonus amenities for cities with aqueducts. Their farms provide additional food when adjacent to an aqueduct, and now additional faith when adjacent to a holy site.
That's good.
Jayavarman now grants holy sites a major adjacency bonus to rivers, their usual culture bomb, and food equal to the holy site's adjacency bonus.
I mean, getting extra food, that's a big thing about, you know, this is that you want to be able to balance the food and the faith so that you can kind of grow big as well as have lots of faith coming in. So if they're increasing the faith that you're going to bring in, but also increasing the food alongside that, that's going to help balance that thing out quite a bit. I mean, no negatives here. I mean, there's nothing bad to say. This just makes them a little bit stronger.
As well as the usual additional housing if adjacent to a river.
As China, when you complete a world wonder, you now also receive a random eureka and inspiration from that wonder's era. This maintains China's wonder building tendencies regardless of era and whether Qin Shi Huang or Kublai Khan leads them.
That's pretty cool. I mean, China obviously we know is a very strong wonder building civilization, and being able to get those extra inspirations and eurekas alongside the wonder building does incentivize you to build wonders more frequently. Wow, this is a very blurry image here. So that's a cool extra feature. I mean, I have thought about kind of going out and doing a can I build every single wonder in the game with one civilization type of game, and I probably would pick China for that. It'd have to be on a lower difficulty than Deity, I think, but it would be kind of an interesting, and this obviously adds to that a bonus that they have for building wonders.
Mapuche's civ ability now gives cities with an established governor additional culture, production, and combat experience for all units trained in that city. These numbers are significantly boosted for cities not founded by Mapuche. All cities within 9 tiles of a city with a Mapuche governor gain additional loyalty per turn towards Mapuche.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, again, did Mapuche need a boost? I don't know. Honestly, I played Mapuche, didn't I, a while back? I can't remember. It's been a while. But I mean, I know I felt like when I read through him that he had some decent strengths to him, but maybe there were some weaknesses there that this makes it a little bit stronger. It's really hard for me to really judge some of these guys because I felt like before any of these changes, I could win a Deity game with any of these guys anyway. I mean, I have won as Khmer. I'm pretty sure I have played as Spain. I feel like I've played as Mapuche as well, but it's been a while. I can't remember. And so, yeah, I mean, I think you could have won before all these boosts, and now with boosts, it's just going to make it that much easier, I suppose, and maybe just a little bit more balanced overall.
Lautoro's combat bonus now applies against free cities as well as civilizations in a golden age, and civs in a golden age lose even more loyalty when one of their units is defeated by the Mapuche.
Canada's leader ability now provides even more increased yields from mines, camps, lumber mills, and even farms on snow and tundra tiles, making those tiles better than other terrain types for them. Canada's Mounties are now cheaper to build and have additional combat strength as well as an additional national park charge.
We've also made changes to many other civilizations, like the much-debated Georgia. Look for the complete list in our patch notes.
To sum up, we also have 2 new TSL maps, better AI for navies, and 3 new units, including a Trebuchet. All of which have been directly inspired by your feedback and is free for you to enjoy.
Civ fans, you're the best fans in gaming. Please keep mashing those follow buttons so you never miss out on any news about Sid Meier's civilization. Because you know we're always over here taking one
more
turn.
All right, well, they didn't talk about the Trebuchet, so let me go pull up here and see if I can find a Trebuchet on the wiki, assuming it's already been updated. All right, here we are. Here is the Trebuchet. And it obviously deals bombardment type damage, effective against districts, where you would expect that. It upgrades from the catapult. Does have a bombard strength of 45 and a range of 2, which makes sense. So if we go compare that to the catapult currently is a range of 2, obviously, a bombard strength of 35. So does it just go up by 10? Is that what that just did? Why are the two trebuchets here? Oh, it's just one's just a picture. So it goes up by 10, and then if we upgrade again to the bombard, does that go up by another 10 to 55? Okay, so it just nudges directly in the middle there between the 35 and the 55 at the 45 strength, which is fine. I mean, it didn't look like there was any sort of resource constraint there, so that's good. So it's just another slightly stronger bombard unit that doesn't have a resource constraint, kind of like the catapult. I mean, truth be told, the catapults probably are fine. I'm glad they have the trebuchets. We've had trebuchets in the past, and I like trebuchets personally. I think they're kind of cool. But I mean, yeah, no, I guess this fits really well because come to think of it, there definitely has been a lull when you have catapults and then you're just waiting around for the bombards to come along to be able to take out the next level of cities and stuff like that. And so there definitely has been a bit of a lull there. And so I feel like the trebuchets will fit in quite nicely with a nice upgrade path to really help you to fill in that void there and not have to kind of wait for the bombards to come along. So that's pretty cool. I like it. I like the trebuchets. I'm happy about them. As far as all the other changes, I mean, I'm not looking at the patch notes right now, and I don't know if I want to make this video that long to where I go through all the patch notes. But as I've said before, I very much believe that any of the civilizations could have won a dated game before this with no problem at all. Honestly, zero problem at all. And so is it okay to have balance changes? Sure. And I'm sure there's probably been some balance changes where they actually toned down some civilizations. Maybe they didn't bring that up. Maybe that they didn't want to bring up the negative side of things. But surely if they're going to do balance changes, if they're going to bring up some civilizations, they're going to bring down some others. Those are probably the balance changes that I'm most interested in, the ones where they've brought civilizations down that were maybe a little too easy to win with. So those would be interesting to kind of discover and learn as we go. But the balance changes bringing civilizations up, that's just going to make the data games that much easier, which is fine, I guess. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But no, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is there some balance changes that are in the patch notes buried in there that you think I should know about, or anything of that nature? Just let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. And but I'm happy about the catapult and the other two units. I like units; they're fun. So I'm okay with all these different new units that they've added in. Again, the true start location stuff not necessarily something that I'm a huge fan of. I don't care. I just like the randomization that comes with a random start. I don't like being predictable. If I'm on a true start location, I know where I'm at. I know where the other civilizations are at. To me, that takes out some of the randomness. But I could definitely understand why some people do enjoy those, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do like the changes to the ships, though. The naval. I hopefully they made them hard enough that they are a bit more challenging, because they have been pretty kind of snooze fest in the past. But like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the changes and the balances and the New Frontier Pass overall. This is the last update, as far as I know, that we're going to get. What's next? What is next? Is it Civ 7? Is it another patch like this, or kind of a pass that they're going to take out another year or something like that? Don't know. We'll find out all together, I suppose. But we'll go from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.